You know, it often starts with something small. Maybe you notice it when you're climbing the stairs. Your legs feel a bit heavier, that slight ache in your thighs, or the way you hesitate just a second before standing up from the couch. And at first, you brush it off. "Oh, I'm just tired today," you tell yourself. But then it happens again and again, and one day you realize your legs just aren't as strong as they used to be. But here's the thing. That decline you're feeling, that quiet little loss of strength in your legs, it's not just age, it's not inevitable. In fact, a lot of it comes down to one very specific reason: muscle loss. And the good news? You can absolutely do something about it. You can even reverse it. Starting tomorrow morning, that's right, there's something you can eat first thing in the morning that sends a signal to your body. Don't lose muscle. Build it. Now, I know how overwhelming health advice can be, especially when it comes wrapped in big words or long lists of supplements. But what we're talking about today is simple. It's something you can prepare in your kitchen in 5 minutes. It's something delicious. And most importantly, it works. Let's begin with something your body absolutely craves as you get older: high-quality protein, especially first thing in the morning. See, when you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, your body doesn't process protein the way it did in your younger years. It needs more, and it needs it earlier in the day. Most people don't realize this. They might have a slice of toast or just a cup of tea for breakfast, but your muscles? They've been fasting all night, and without the right fuel in the morning, your body starts breaking down your muscle tissue to make up for it. That's when the slow loss begins. But here's the secret weapon: eggs. Yes, simple, humble eggs. They're packed with high-quality, complete protein, the kind that contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need to grow and repair. And they're also rich in leucine, which is like a spark plug for muscle building. When your body gets leucine in the morning, it says, "Let's keep these muscles strong." Now, some folks might say, "But I've been told eggs are bad for cholesterol." And I understand that concern. But recent research has shown that for most people, eggs, especially in moderation, are completely safe. And for seniors, the benefits for muscle health far outweigh the old fears. You're not eating a dozen. 1 or 2 well-prepared eggs in the morning can be just the nourishment your legs have been waiting for. And if you're not a fan of eggs on their own, try adding a slice of avocado or a spoonful of cottage cheese on the side. The combination of healthy fats and protein will keep you feeling energized, full, and most importantly, help your muscles stay alive. Because that's the truth. Muscle is living tissue, and it either gets stronger or it gets weaker. There is no staying still. Another thing I often hear is, "I don't really have an appetite in the morning." And that's a common thing, especially if your breakfast has never been a big priority. But what if I told you this one simple habit, eating a protein-rich breakfast, could be the key to walking better, standing taller, and keeping your independence as you age? Think about the small joys of life. Going out for a walk with your grandkids, gardening on a sunny morning, getting up without holding on to the armrest. All of those moments depend on your legs, on your strength. And strength begins with nourishment. Now let me share a little story. There's a gentleman named Frank I met during a community health workshop. He was 74. Sharp mind, great spirit. But he told me, "I'm afraid of losing my legs. Not literally, but losing the ability to walk. My father had to use a walker by the time he was 76. I don't want that to be me." And I asked him, "What do you eat in the morning?" His answer, "Just toast and coffee." We changed that. We introduced 2 boiled eggs, a small bowl of Greek yogurt with some berries, and a drizzle of honey. Just like that, in a few weeks, Frank started feeling steadier. He told me, "I don't need to hold the handrail when I climb the steps anymore." That's the power of protein at the right time. Now, I'm not saying food is a miracle, but when used wisely, it's one of the most powerful tools you have, especially when your muscles are calling for help. And speaking of yogurt, Greek yogurt in particular, it's another superstar food that can do wonders in the morning. Why? Because it's rich in casein protein, which digests slowly, giving your muscles a steady stream of support. It's also packed with probiotics, which help your digestion and overall nutrient absorption. And yes, that includes the nutrients your muscles depend on. Try a simple bowl of Greek yogurt with a few slices of banana, maybe a sprinkle of chia seeds, or a spoon of oats. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be consistent. Because it's not one meal that builds your strength. It's the habit of feeding your muscles what they need, day after day. If your legs have been feeling tired, or if you've been sitting more and walking less, don't wait for a dramatic wake-up call. Let your breakfast be your medicine. Let it be the start of something powerful. And we're only getting started. Now, once you've made protein the star of your breakfast, whether it's eggs, Greek yogurt, or even a combination of both, the next layer is just as important. It's not just what you eat, but how your body uses it. And for seniors especially, this part often gets overlooked. Let's talk about vitamin D, the quiet hero in your muscle story. You might already know it as the sunshine vitamin, but what many people don't realize is that vitamin D is absolutely essential for muscle function, especially in your legs. It helps your muscles contract and relax properly, which plays a huge role in balance, stability, and strength. And yet, most older adults are unknowingly running low on it. Here's why that matters. If you don't have enough vitamin D in your system, even the best high-protein breakfast won't work as well. Your muscles won't respond the way they're supposed to. It's like trying to build a house with no tools. Now you may be wondering, can I just go outside and get sunlight? And the answer is yes, to an extent. But after the age of 60 or so, your skin's ability to produce vitamin D naturally decreases. And if you're indoors more often, or live in an area with cloudy weather, it's even harder to get enough from the sun alone. That's why pairing your breakfast with a vitamin D-rich food is one of the best morning habits you can build. Foods like fortified orange juice, vitamin D-enriched milk, or even a small serving of salmon or canned tuna, yes, even at breakfast, can give your body that extra nudge it needs. And if your doctor recommends it, a high-quality supplement can be a smart addition too. I remember talking to a lovely woman named Esther, 78 years old, bright as ever. She told me, I kept losing my balance even though I was walking every day and eating well. We checked her vitamin D levels, and sure enough, they were low. Just 2 months after adjusting her breakfast and adding a gentle supplement, her strength noticeably improved. She called me with excitement in her voice, saying, I went down the stairs without holding the railing this morning. That's the kind of change that starts with a small shift, right at the breakfast table. But let's go deeper still. There's one more morning food I want to tell you about. It might surprise you because it's something many people skip, even though it's a game changer for your leg muscles. Ready? It's a handful of nuts, especially almonds or walnuts. Now, you might be thinking, how can a few little nuts make such a difference? But these tiny powerhouses are rich in magnesium, a mineral that your muscles absolutely need to stay flexible and responsive. Magnesium helps prevent cramping, keeps your nerves firing properly, and supports muscle repair after even light activity. The problem is, as we get older, many of us aren't getting enough magnesium, especially in the morning, and that leads to leg cramps, stiffness, and slower recovery after walking or standing. You know that uncomfortable feeling in your calves when you stretch or try to get out of bed? Magnesium often plays a big role in that. Now here's the beautiful part. Just a small serving of almonds in the morning, maybe mixed into your yogurt or enjoyed with a slice of fruit, can do wonders. Not only are they rich in magnesium, but they also contain healthy fats and plant-based protein that help round out your breakfast and keep you feeling full and satisfied. And no, you don't have to eat a bowl full. Just a modest amount, about a small palmful, is enough to begin making a difference. Think of it as a gentle push, not just to your digestion, but to your energy, your muscle repair, and your overall balance. There's also a beautiful rhythm that happens when your body starts getting what it truly needs. You start waking up with a bit more energy. Standing up doesn't feel like a chore. Your legs feel like they're there for you, not working against you. And that confidence, it spreads. It spills into your day. You're more willing to take that morning walk, to bend down and tend your plants, to get out of the chair a little more often without bracing yourself first. Because the truth is, your legs are more than just a way to get around. They are your independence. They are your freedom. And they deserve to be nourished, not with pills or fads, but with real, whole foods that speak the language your body understands. And let me tell you something from the heart. It's never too late. I've seen 85-year-olds transform their mornings and change the way they move. I've seen people who were once afraid of falling now taking longer walks, smiling as they go. That change begins not with a doctor's order, but with a decision at your breakfast table. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that cup of tea or coffee, I want you to pause and ask yourself, what am I giving my legs today? Am I fueling strength or just getting by? Remember, a simple plate of 2 eggs, a few spoonfuls of Greek yogurt, a splash of vitamin D fortified milk, and a handful of almonds, that's not a complicated recipe. That's a gift. To your muscles, to your balance, to your future. And the beauty is, it's a habit, one that builds on itself, one that rewards you more and more as the days go by. Because muscles don't disappear overnight, and they don't rebuild overnight either. But day by day, meal by meal, they can come back stronger. And the legs that once felt weak, they can surprise you. And now that your plate is filled with those powerful foods, the eggs for protein and leucine, the yogurt for lasting strength, the nuts for magnesium, and the vitamin D to activate it all. Let's talk about one more essential piece that ties it together: hydration. Now I know, when people talk about leg strength, they don't always think about water. But trust me, it matters more than you think. Your muscles are made up of about 75% water. Every little contraction your legs make, every step, every time you rise from a chair, it's powered by that fluid balance. And when your body is even slightly dehydrated, your muscles tighten up. They cramp, they get tired faster, and they take longer to recover. So if you've been waking up stiff or feeling sore after simple activity, there's a chance your body's just calling out for water, and it's doing so through your legs. But here's the catch. By the time we reach our 60s or 70s, our sense of thirst actually fades. It becomes quieter. You might think you're fine because you're not thirsty, but your body still needs the hydration. So how do you make sure your legs are getting the fluid they need? You pair your nourishing breakfast with a glass of warm water, maybe with a slice of lemon. Something gentle that wakes up the digestive system, lubricates the joints, and helps your muscles rehydrate after a night of rest. That small addition alone can reduce stiffness and help your legs feel more ready for movement. And when you start your morning with protein, good fats, vitamin D, magnesium, and water, you've just built a foundation for strength that lasts the entire day. Now, I want to pause for a moment and speak directly to the heart. I know aging isn't easy. I know there are days you wake up and feel like your body isn't cooperating the way it used to. Maybe you're not moving as quickly. Maybe you've stopped doing some of the things you used to love. And maybe, somewhere deep down, you've even wondered if this is just how it's going to be from now on. But I want you to hear this. It doesn't have to be that way. You are not too old. You are not too late. Your body is still listening. It's still working with you. And with the right choices, even small ones, you can give it the tools it needs to get stronger. Because every time you choose nourishment over neglect, every time you fuel your muscles with intention, you are reclaiming a piece of your freedom. And it's not about building big muscles or running marathons. It's about being able to take that walk to the mailbox without fear, to stand in your kitchen and cook with joy, to go shopping without worrying about needing to sit down halfway through. It's about keeping the legs you were given, and honoring them by feeding them well. So tomorrow morning, make it count. Boil those eggs, stir that yogurt, add a few almonds on the side, pour that glass of water. You don't need fancy diets or expensive powders. You just need simple, nourishing habits that serve your body, especially when it needs you most. And if you're watching this thinking, I've already lost too much muscle, I want you to remember something. Your muscles are always renewing, even now, even today. All they need is a reason to stay. And you, my friend, you are that reason. So here's to your mornings, to the moments when you decide, I'm going to care for myself today, to the days when strength starts to return, to the confidence that grows with every step, and to the beautiful truth that your best years aren't behind you. They're standing on the legs that you're rebuilding right now. Before you go, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed changes in your leg strength? Have you tried adding any of these foods into your morning routine? Drop a comment below. Your story could inspire someone else to start their own. And if this message spoke to you, please give the video a thumbs up. It lets us know we're reaching people who need it. Subscribe to the channel for more simple, powerful ways to stay strong, stay independent, and stay you at every age. You deserve a life where your legs don't hold you back. They carry you forward. Stay kind to yourself, stay nourished, and keep walking strong.